I'd like Pete to take over and talk about some of the building uses.
Yeah, we'd like to talk about some of the adaptive reuses of the Armory. We feel is a very obtainable goal. We will follow up with some supporting documents, and we have reports that the building is structurally sound. We have clear models of that exist in other Armory reuse projects. The Armory site provides public access from Main Street to the waterfront. The Armory space lends itself to a sustainable revenue stream. Many uses for the building. The building is structurally sound. We have an engineer's report that confirms that the building is structurally sound, and that report is provided to us by a Thayer Gate Development, which is an engineering group from West Point. It also states in that engineering report the restoration to former condition is extremely feasible. The military architecture focused on creating a unusually sound and imposing structure. The Armory's brick and steel construction does not lend itself to easy deterioration. Thank God for that. The surface material and decking of the barrel roof will be the lead item of repair. We must make it dry. Some of the clear models we have of existing other Armory reuse projects is countless armories across the country have been adapted for community and sports and art uses. A repurposed Armory in Portland projected to add $80 million to the city's economy. The Pawtucket Armory for the Arts is one example of revitalization by using arts as a catalyst. The Armory Square neighborhood in Syracuse bases its identity on the repurposed Armory. The Red Bank Armory in New Jersey is an example of an Armory repurposed as a sports facility and an ice rink. Oh, did I miss? I'm sorry, okay. The existing Armory site that we spoke of that goes from Main Street to the water, as we see the future, is the existing building is number 11 there, the gray outlined building. In front of that would be a monument garden. We have the driveway to the north of the building that comes around for a drop-off area. Right around that fountain would be a circle to do a turnaround. We have adequate parking spacing for buses and passenger vehicles. We have green park area in the back, a gazebo area for a reception, and a walkway to the waterfront, and also, if able, a dock area for recreational purposes. The first floor of the Armory we see as a NCAA feasible basketball court. As Ron mentioned earlier, the basketball court consists of, I believe, 94 feet by 50. We have adequate space for that and for seating in the arena. We also made spaces available for concession stands, coaches' offices, restrooms in the public area, and that will be in the main building, which has its own entranceway and box office. Then there is a rotunda area that you can come in from the main entrance right there in the center of the two buildings. The smaller side of the building, we see number 1. We thought we could have a gallery of some sort for some arts and expositions there. We left public restrooms also, and we also have spaces for a restaurant. So we could rent out space. Number 3 is a very large room, and with the fireplace, and that has windows that overlook the fountain area and the water, and overlook to the water. And we thought we could utilize that as rental space as well, help it be self-sustained. The second story on the smaller building would be veteran services. The veterans have many services that they provide to the community, whether it be different ceremonies or different interaction with some of the social Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts and Sea Cadets and Civil Air Patrol that we're involved with on a regular basis. We would have our Veterans Hall upstairs, which would consist of a lounge, also another food service area kitchen, and our main hall, which will be larger than the hall that we have now that we use for rentable income. On the larger scale is the drill deck or the basketball court, and that row on the left there in the front is existing bleachers, cement bleacher seating for additional balcony seating. If we go down into the basement area, there is an abundance of space down there that can be utilized. Some of it is boiler room and an electrical room, and some other utility closets and things of that nature. But we also made room for classrooms. We have some of a projection room where we could either use for sports or we can use for the public and the community. We have offices also down there that are capable of bringing in revenue and income. We have a guest locker room, and we have a home team locker room. And if you look at number 17, all those long rooms there, those are all temporary walls that are built up, and we can utilize that space in any way that the city and the veterans and the groups that are involved see fit. And again, use it for more rentable space to bring in sustainable income. We feel like there's many things that can be done with this building. No one thing is set in stone, and we feel it's very, very feasible for the citizens of New Rochelle to have their armory back.
Thanks, Peter. Also, there's an elevator that's proposed right to the left of the main entrance that would integrate the basement through the second floor. So if there were any special events, people had handicapped accessibility to all the floors, as well as handicapped accessibility through the back and the sides of the main activity room. So it would be truly handicapped accessible. We're going to ask John Verney now to give us an overview on some of the financial concerns of the building.
If I may, is the PowerPoint concluded?
Not yet.
No, you're still working off the PowerPoint.
Right.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and members of council. I'm John Verney, an attorney and real estate developer.